Hey, everybody. My name is Jonas Lamis, and I'm really excited to be on the main stage here talking to you all about what we're doing at StakerDAO. I think it's really wishful. I really wish we could all get together in Paris. That would have been a great location earlier this year or now later this year. But here we are, and it's cool that we can plug in people from India and from France and from the United States. I'm out here in Palo Alto, in real time, and we can share what we're learning about what's going on in the crypto space. So that's really cool. From my perspective, I got involved in crypto with the Tezos blockchain back in 2017. I got really excited about the white paper and started building community in the Tezos space. Launched a validator, which we call bakers in the Tezos ecosystem, and grew it to be the largest baker for a while in Tezos. And then I learned about other layer one blockchains like Cosmos and Algorand and other ones. And I got really excited about the space. And that led me to start thinking about DeFi on layer one networks other than Ethereum. How do we allow the vibrancy of the Ethereum DeFi ecosystem to permeate to these other layer one networks? And that led us to put together this DAO, what we're calling StakerDAO. And of course, a DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization, if we have to get really nerdy about it. But in our case, it means that we're building a community of like-minded people, investor types, builder types, layer one fans who want to build bridges between these networks and let the value flow between them from a DeFi perspective. And from where I sit, I think DeFi is really ready to explode on these POS networks, but the infrastructure that mimics what exists on Ethereum hasn't really been built out yet. And so that's what we want to do with StakerDAO. We want to build products, and we want to build bridges that really allow people to unlock the value of their POS networks. We build three. So far, the community has been focused on building three kinds of things. And I'll talk to you about those with you in a minute here. The networks that we've been focused on so far are Tezos, Cosmos, Algorand, Polkadot, and Ethereum. And across those networks, we're architecting and building out three kinds of products so far. One kind is wrapped products. So if we can create a wrapped Tezos or wrapped Algorand and allow people to be able to continue to stake, but also have liquidity, that would be really interesting. The second type of product are in fact bridges between those networks. And then the third type of product is index products. And I'm going to talk to you about where we see the index space going here and why we think it's really an interesting long-term play. And then we have kind of a governance model that wraps up all together. So over the next 5 or 6 minutes here, I'm going to give you some details about those different solutions and how you can help us build the future of this cross-chain DeFi world. So let's first talk about wrap products. For those of you who don't spend a lot of time in the proof of stake space, I would say proof of stake is kind of the original DeFi concept. It's where you can, essentially lock your tokens into some kind of baking contract and or validator contract, and you can earn a yield or rewards while you're still keeping the chain secure. And so my messaging's popping up there. Oh well. I think the opportunity here is that with wrapped algo and with wrapped Tez, you can essentially create a model where the holders of those tokens can have their cake and eat it too. Because what our community is building is a vaulting technology that's native to those networks that allows the holders to still continue to do the validation stuff that they do. They can, on Tezos, for example, you can continue to select any baker that you wanna have represent you. You can continue to still receive your yield from that baker, but you also have this synthetic version of your Tez or of your algo that you can then use in DeFi. You can either use it in native DeFi on Tezos. We have a couple of DEXs that are starting up, Dexter, QuipuSwap as well, and there's more coming. Or you can take advantage of the bridges that our community is building and move that wrapped Tez or that wrapped algo from Tezos to Ethereum, and then you can participate in liquidity pools on Uniswap or on Compound or Balancer. You can start to earn additional LP yield there. And then kind of overwrapping this whole thing is this notion of governance, governance token management, and our Staker token is going to start playing into that mix as well. So we're really excited about that. The other type of product, the other type of product that I mentioned is the index products. Index products are, when you hold an index product, you're basically holding a representation of a bunch of tokens. Like in the real world or in the traditional finance world, we have ETFs and we have mutual funds. Those are starting to get recreated in the blockchain world as well, and they can be centralized or decentralized. In our case, our blend token is index that represents the top POS tokens, and our Pint product, which is not launched yet, it's being developed, is going to be an index of the top parachain projects on Polkadot. And so those are really cool things that are going to attract mainstream investors, just like the mutual fund industry did for stocks and bonds. And so we think there's a huge opportunity for index products going forward. And the cool notion here is that all of these products and the decisions about these products are all governed by the community. And that's what our Staker token does or will do. It's not liquid yet. We're getting those wrapped products launched first, but then you'll start seeing the Staker token being rewarded to participants in the community. And that will essentially, over the next couple of years, move all of the decision-making into the hands of people who are passionate about this space. So we're really excited about that opportunity. The way that governance works essentially is that the token itself is distributed out through a treasury that's governed by the community itself, and anyone who can muster a 1% position can submit a proposal. That proposal could be something small, like changing the fees on using the bridge between Tezos and Ethereum, for example, or it could be something large, like, hey, let's launch a wrapped AVA token. And as part of that proposal, you can also submit an invoice and a team that's going to build it, and it all gets funded through on-chain funding through this governance process. So it's super cool. Everybody gets to vote on it, who holds the tokens, and incentivized development can happen with teams that want to build on top of this protocol. And so far today, we have a great set of initial participants. We got investment to get this thing launched, and Polychain is our lead investor. But with the governance token coming soon, from a liquid perspective, I hope that all of you will start to use our products and start to participate in our community. And as a result, we'll start to guide where StakerDAO goes. So really, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. The best way to connect up with us is to check us out on our Telegram, which is at Staker Community, and or follow us on Twitter at StakerDAO. And I would love to talk with anybody who has great ideas about how to drive the future of cross-chain finance. So thanks, everybody, and I'll turn it back over to the moderators.